My name is Peter, and I've got a background in youth work, and also I've got undergraduate. I did my undergraduate in youth work, and at the moment I'm doing my master's of primary school teaching, and I enjoy working with young people. That's the whole reason that I'm doing all these things that are related to young people. And what do I like to do? I like to fix things. Hence, my job at the moment is a grounds person because I just love to work outdoors. And as part of my, apart from working with young people, I also love working outdoors.
What does holiness look like in your life?
I think holiness I love to relate my holiness to that of what God is calling us to do, and that's detachment from worldly things, and then get more attached to what God wants us to do. But then there's still a connection of that holiness with the world around us, and how do I apply that? How do I experience that on a day-to-day basis? Is by providing for the family, being there, making sure that these guys are happy, not only happy by buying them iPads and stuff like that, but also making sure that they know that they feel loved, and also building relationships with the people that are around us, because it's those relationships that we assess ourselves on our holiness, and those relationships are what then drive us to go to the bigger community, which is the church, and how we relate with those people from the church. So it's quite a vast kind of experience of holiness. Through my work, I find that helping people, it doesn't need to be money every time. Helping people and how I relate to people is really a good example of holiness. It's how we relate on our day-to-day contact with other people, and
How are you bringing goodness into the world?
I think it's hard because sometimes you think you're bringing goodness, and then other people say it's not goodness. But I think what I convince myself to be goodness is through going to work, making sure that the family is benefiting from that, but also finding fulfillment in the work that I do. It doesn't matter what work you do, but it's just finding that fulfillment, and also making sure that you are doing your part to change the world. Is it throwing the water, the glass bottle into the recycled or rubbish? It's small things like that that build up to the bigger things that you could be saying, oh, I work in a hospital and I'm helping people to operate, I'm working on helping people with chronic illnesses and stuff like that. So it all counts up to, for me, it counts up to holiness. It's not about big things that we think the world goes, wow, that bring holiness. It's small things that build up to, giving us that fulfillment.
All right, and finally, what is the task for the group?
As a group, turn over to the page and discuss the case study.